All right, guys, what's going on? It's Coach Bronson here, the No Carb Athlete, and it's Friday, so that means it's a update on my experiment trying to add muscle, lose fat, and maintain my base metabolic rate without eating carbs. All right. So far, it's going pretty well. This is week 4. I think we're just getting ready to start week 4. I've got this in on the blog as a week 4 update, so that's where we're at. First full week back, basically first full week back from the cruise. We saw that after the cruise, I had made progress, right? I'd added some muscle, lost some body fat, and was able to maintain the progress that I'm trying to make. So we're shooting for the goal of 100 pounds of skeletal muscle mass. So let's jump into it and see how things look this week. So I did my scan this morning, and compared to last week, my base metabolic rate is the same. I have not lost any base metabolic function. My overall weight has gone down about a pound, almost, it's like 0.8 pounds, my overall weight. And my skeletal muscle mass has gone up 0.2 pounds, a whole 0.2 pounds of muscle mass that I've gained, which you think, okay, that's not a lot, but it's only over 5 days because actually, because of the cruise, I didn't do an update last Friday. I did an update on Monday. So Monday to Friday, 5 days, I put on 0.2 pounds. That's not bad. Overall, my skeletal muscle mass has gone up 1.5 pounds since I started this process. So that's basically 1.5 pounds in under a month. Okay, that's really good growth. Average growth for most people is about a half, 3/4 of a pound to maybe a pound a month if you're really pushing hard. So I'm doing pretty good as far as that goes. At the same time, my overall body fat mass. So body fat mass, the amount of pounds of body fat on my body. Last week, the last time we did this on the 23rd, today's the 27th. So 4 days, 4 or 5 days, right? 18.5 pounds of fat. This morning, 16.8 pounds of fat. So I've gone down over 1.5 pounds, 1.7 pounds of fat lost, okay, while putting on 0.2 pounds of muscle at the same time, okay? Maintaining, adding skeletal muscle mass while losing a lot of body fat, okay? So my BMI is basically the same as when I started. So a month ago when I started, it was 24.2. It's 24.2 now. I don't really care about BMI. My body fat percentage, though, is down 1.2%. So we started off this process the beginning of May at 10.6%. I'm at 9.4% right now. So I've dropped 1.2 body fat percentage, okay, while I gained 1.5 pounds of muscle and lost body fat pounds, right? I started out at 19 pounds of body fat. I'm at 16.8 right now, okay? All while averaging. So my average macros this week was 185 grams of protein, okay, 145 grams of fat, and 6 grams of carbs, okay? Basically, guys, I get my carbs from eggs. There's like 0.5 gram of carbs per eggs. I eat about 12 eggs a day right now. So there's where my 6 grams of carbs come from, okay? That's it. So I'm not taking in extra carbs. I'm doing 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter. I cook my eggs in butter. I've been adding some butter to my coffee in the morning to kind of make it a little creamier. 145 grams of fat is a lot for me. Normally, when I'm doing a cut or when I'm trying to do body fat, I've always just started at a number and dropped it. Like when I've done this in the past, I was probably under 100 grams of of fat every day. And it was difficult. Didn't have energy. It was harder to always be eating leaner meats. But I'm finding the concept of having a maximum energy threshold, right? How much fuel can I intake and still lose body fat? That's what I'm working on finding right now. Once you have that number, you have something that you can use to manage satiety, hunger, enjoyment of food, feeling like you're getting enough food every day, but still seeing that body fat percentage drop. Okay, as long as you're getting enough protein, you're going to maintain and build muscle. It's managing the fuel and figuring out what that upper limit number is. As long as you stay under that number, you're going to maintain or lose body fat. That's really all it is. It's just finding out what that number is for you. Okay. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to push it up a little bit. I'm going to stay. The goal right now is 155 grams. I was 10 grams below that on average last week. So I'm going to actually try to hit 155 grams every day this week and see how that affects my body fat. If my body fat stays the same, if I still lose body fat, if I still lose body fat at 155 grams, then I'll push it up to 160. We'll go up in little increments to see how far up I can go in that fat intake before my body stops losing body fat. That's my upper limit. Anything below that from that point on, I'll know that I can work with. For me, over 100 grams of fat a day, I feel like I'm stuffing my face. So this is a new experience. I've never done it this way before. And I'll get be honest, when I'm enjoying it, I'm not having to worry so much about, oh, I got to go with lean meat. I got to do that. I got to do this. I can eat more eggs. I can eat 75, 80% ground beef. I can eat more pork. I can do things that I normally would try to shy away from to stay leaner. Um, but this is kind of a cool process. So we'll see how it goes. So far, so good. We're about a month in. Everything's going according to plan.